Welcome back. Today, I'm going to share with you a case study of an actual one of our investor who have closed escrow in this co-living investment model here in Jacksonville, Florida. So without further ado, let me share my PowerPoint and let's do a deep dive. All right. So we are offering a new construction turnkey co-living model. This is the gold standards in this industry. So there are only 1% of all the 32,000 co-living houses that are located throughout the country, according to research by Path Split, are new construction. I repeat, 1% of the approximately 32,000 co-living houses that are located in about 40 different real estate markets in the country are new construction. And another gold standard, a benchmark, and the just a game changer is our new investment model is per room is one bedroom and one private ensuite bath in that one bedroom, it will blow away all the competition out there. There are all the co-living properties out there are typically, old renovated properties, uh, you know, 3-2, a three-bedroom, two bath, and they're converted into like 8-2, right? Eight bedroom, two bath. Like you have four tenants sharing one bathroom. That is not the ideal scenario, in my opinion. Yes, you can still achieve, you know, good return, but not as good as the model I'm about to show you. All right. So I skipped some of this slideshow. You can pause the screenshot to analyze this further once you replay this video. By the way, if you see value in this presentation, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also put your email into my website so you can become a free insider. So you can become part of our free network, so you receive free real estate investing contents into your email inbox on a weekly basis. All right. So I have done a lot of YouTube videos, so you can just watch other videos for more deep dive. Anyway, this is we have two investment models, 7-7 single family home. We call it bungalow, 320K. You put 20 to 25% down payment, a typical traditional investing. Our benchmark is $1,000 rent per room to the workforce housing. Okay, workforce housing. Okay, all right. So this investment model, based on all the our pro forma evaluation, at 20 to 25% down payment, it give you a whopping $2,000 monthly net cash flow. This is our 7-7 model. All right. So you can, on your own, you can look at the numerical metrics, which is off the chart, needless to say. And we also have the iconic duplex, duplex for 600K, seven bedroom, seven bath per side, for a total of 14 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms. Also, approximately $1,000 per month rental. You put 25% down payment, and your monthly projected net cash flow is approximately $5,000. Okay, I want you to let that sink in and digest for a moment. And here's a detailed breakdown of this duplex co-living new construction model, which is iconic. All right, so let's go do a deep dive. Okay, and this is our architectural design. We have a number of investors who already earning the performance that we have projected in the past year, and we are more investors, and I'll give you a case study momentarily of our current investors, what she is doing. All right, so this is the floor plan, which is very, very nice. Okay, yeah, and see, high quality new construction, everything is just and our builder and our team, we know the Jacksonville, Florida market so well for all these years. We have transitioned from traditional long-term cash flow turnkey new construction model into cash flow turnkey almost 100% passive co-living model. You just switch over from long-term rental, three bedroom, two bath, into seven bedroom, seven bath. Is that simple transition for our investor in the turnkey model that we use, we've been using for years and years. All right, so easy transition for us, and hopefully it will be easy transition for you guys out there if your goals are in alignment with this kind of strategies, to whether it would make sense to your situation or not. So now since we know the Jacksonville market so well because I've been invested. I have bought my first rental in Jacksonville, long-term cash flow property back in 2003. Okay, more than 20 years ago in Jacksonville, and I also bought new construction turnkey cash flow properties in other parts of Florida several decades ago. So suffice to say, I know the market very well. Am I an expert? No, but we have teamed on the ground that have vetted everything for you, especially on this iconic co-living model. So we buy the properties, we permit the land, we get the lots for you, which is not easy at all. Jacksonville, Florida is very open to co-living. We have went through all the zoning, all the compliance. We can get 7 to 10 rooms per house is allowed. So I'm not going to go into the legality behind it, but suffice to say, Jacksonville, Florida is one of the top three co-living investment model markets in the country. So anyway, as you can see, right, we put a property very, very close to public transportation, employment base, and all the infrastructure. So we buy the lot, we build the property for you. Our builder been around for decades. We have two top builders in Florida who are building new construction model in Florida. So we have some great track record, and we have done our best to look at all the numbers, right? Pro forma, we call it, so you can dive deeper on your own. I'm not going to go into it for the lack of time. We have addressed all the areas, vacancies, maintenance, cash flow. We take away the monthly cash flow, mortgages and insurance and property management fee, the whole 9 yards, and still cash flow according to what I already show you. All right, so let's cut to the chase. Let's go through the current opportunities. We can reserve the lot for right now. It'll take 6 to 8 months to build out, right? For our builder to complete the house for you and stabilize the cash flow. It'll totally take 7 to 9 months. So this is our current lots we have available for sale to investors, around a little bit more than 10, based on we're very transparent, as you know, right? We have the addresses and the zip code here in Jacksonville, Florida. So we feel you can become a very successful co-living investment model investor because we have we have vetted all the neighborhoods, all the locations, and we done all that for you. So isn't that great? And Jacksonville per pad split, look at this high level in the entire state of Florida. Currently, there are more than 2,000 co-living houses that are performing in this marketplace. And typically, this coming week, there will be 42 upcoming units that's going to come on board into this marketplace. Just goes to show you the robust market for investors to venture in this particular as real estate asset class. Co-living, rent by the room, community living, it really, really works. Okay, so anyway, so demand is very, very great. So here's the what separate our 1 bedroom, one bath per room model than everybody else out there, as I mentioned, right? Because we are getting the premium rent to those workforce housing, tenant force. They love to rent a room with a private bathroom, nice, clean, safe place to rent a room. And look at the disparity. We are charging almost $100 more per week because we have a private bathroom, as opposed to another co-living property, much older property somewhere in Jacksonville. that maybe, eight, bedroom to 2 or 3 bathrooms, right? They charge a little bit less. And the occupancy rates, ours are very, very high, way above 85% because again, our 77 model and 1414 model is the best, 10 is the best, right? No competition, no. All right, so very easy to rent once you stabilize the property. And we go into the specifics, right? You have to know what neighborhood to invest. C to C plus class neighborhood, right? That's ideal. Close to public transportation, close to a major employer base, close to hospitals, and the whole 9 yards, right? Because half of our tenants does not own a car, so we buy in a good location, C to C plus class location, close to walking distance to public transportation. These tenants they work very close by, within 2 or 3 miles away. So it's not easy for our builders to find the lots because find the neighborhood to build. So we have done years of research in advance to make this co-living model works for you because our builders been in Florida for years and years and years, and we have done new construction, long-term rental, built-to-rent houses for years, and we are, like I said, we are making an easy transition into the co-living model for our investors. Okay, so the other zip code we have is 32210, all within very close proximity to the center, downtown Jacksonville, where this kind of investment model really makes sense. All right, so again, our model, get paid $227 per week on the average, so pretty much equal $1,000 per month per room rental. All right, so this is the benchmark. This is the properties we have available. This is the lots. We secure the permitting. We secure the lot to be built. The address is right here, right? We bought the land, and there you have it. Once you as an investor, once you are committed to this process, then you reserve this lot. You pay your down payment, 50, 100 grand at the first few weeks. Then we'll use a construction loan to build the house for you within the next 5 to 6 months, right? To build. Okay, here's all the metrics. So we have like at least 10 of the in a couple of zip codes, 32207 and 32210, based on our research. So let's go over the actual investors that are under contract right now. So this is the exciting part. We already have a number of investors who close escrow using this two model in Jacksonville, 77 model and a 1414 model, and they are experiencing very, very high performance level, similar to the numbers we just discussed. Okay, and this is the past split. They want us to create a new construction based on all these high quality constructions. So again, this is the benchmark, and let me share with you some really exciting. One of our client, she's doing a 1031 tax-free exchange. Okay, I'm not going to discuss the technicals behind that. And she also have an extra home equity line of credit of around $500,000, maybe more. So she's under contract. She reserved the lot, and I'll show you the house under construction momentarily. She reserved one single family home, 77 model, and two duplexes, 1414 model. And here's the amazing part. Okay, the first lot she reserved. No, one of the first lots she reserved, the single family home, the 325K model, is located within 1.5 miles from University of Florida Health. Okay, it's amazing. And then the subsequent two duplexes that she reserved to be built, one of them is within walking distance of the University of Florida Health major hospital. Okay, and so all three of the property, two duplexes and one single family home, one within walking distance. Imagine the tenant profile, how desirable to rent, you know, for people to work in that hospital, for example, they walk to work, right? And the other two properties she reserved is within a mile and a half. There are some public transportation available. So, and this is uh, the first property she reserved, the single family home, is already under construction for 2.5 months, maybe 3 months. So in about 2 more months, this property will be finished constructing, and then she will do the financing, typically a traditional 25% down payment, or a DSCR loan, debt service credit ratio. I don't have time to go over that. But the other two properties is under construction at the beginning, and the other two properties will be finished within 5 to 6 months. All right. So the first one will close escrow in about 2 months, which is this one. So it's kind of a halfway done, as you can see. And we picked the right neighborhood, 32209. Let me tell you the significance of this 3209 neighborhood. She expects to get at least 225 per week with a private bathroom, our model, which is 1,000. I assure you, I have extreme confidence she can rent it for more than $1,000 per month. Let me tell you why. Okay, let me tell you why. Because, like I said, of course, we rent to many different type of workforce tenants, right? People making $30 to $50 per hour. That are very. There are other jobs. There are other employer close by to this location of this property, but itself, University of Florida Health System, I have a 5,000 employees. Okay, nurses, doctors, healthcare workers, with various income levels. And it's a level 1 trauma center. It has 800 beds. Okay, huge. Here it is, right? Huge hospital. Not only you can get workforce tenants, but you can potentially do a hybrid model. You can potentially rent your room because you're 1 bedroom, 1 bath. You could potentially rent some of the rooms to a traveling nurses or traveling healthcare professionals, and they could rent easily from you because it's so close to this hospital, more than $1,000 per month, easily 11, 12, even 1,300. All right, so I'm gonna temper my excitement for just a little while. All right, so you can do a hybrid model, rent some or all of the bedrooms to a regular workforce tenant, that can pay you, that they come from the hospital or the neighboring major employers close by into this zip code. But imagine the possibility to renting to a next higher level tenants, like traveling nurses, like healthcare professionals and other healthcare workers and everything else. So your cash flow can be very significant. So as you can see, there's a UF Healthcare is a very large hospital, as you can see right here, based on some of the pictures. Huge, is a major trauma level 1 hospital in Jacksonville. Okay, 5,000 workers. Imagine, right? These three properties my investors have reserved. When she closes escrow, by the way, this is absolutely amazing. When she closes escrow, uh, later this year, she's gonna have $2,000 net monthly cash flow on a single family home. Okay, 7.7 model, and then two duplexes, each cash flow for $5,000. Right, this is the pro forma. 5,000 plus 5,000 is 10,000 for the two duplexes once all the rooms are rented or stabilized toward the end of this year, thereabout. And then the single family home 2,000. Just do the math. Okay, 5 plus 5K equal 10,000 plus 2K, $12,000 of monthly net cash flow. That's a best case scenario. All right, amazing. She could basically retire from her job, but she's still working. She have obviously she's very motivated to retire. That's the reason why she purchased three of these co-living new construction properties all pretty much all at one time. She was so excited. But she's so lucky that that we're able to secure a lot so close to this hospital. This is absolutely incredible. All right, that's all I have to say for right now. Okay, so we keep you posted. We have several investors that are doing almost the same thing at a different zip code. I will use this case method to on a future video to discuss some other case studies similar to what I just showed you. All right, so hopefully I will invite some of those investors once they close escrow to invite them to do a testimonial video to see whether our numbers, our model really works, and it does work, right? Because we have tested it. We have a proof of concept. We have a number of investors, like I said, who closed escrow last year, 2025, and they are experiencing pretty much 100% occupancy. And the typical workforce tenant, they stay like 6 to 9 months, right, on the average, right? And we have a less than 1% evictions rate. So all the metrics, it just blows, all the misconceptions scenarios out of the water. All right. I'm not here to overhype these kind of things because I'm showing the real world experience and all the possibilities. So so this real estate asset class is up and coming. We are reaching the exceeding the level of the short-term rental, Airbnb, the mid-term rentals, whatever the case may be, right? This is the best real estate asset class in my opinion because we do what we do, right? So thank you so much. Hope you receive a lot of value from this presentation. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also if you have not already done so, put your email into my website below so you become a free member of our real estate community so you can learn more about this type of investment opportunities and other investment opportunities we have within our network. All right. Thank you so much. This is SeeWing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. Thanks for attending. I will see you on the other side. Bye-bye.